in with you.
Yep, thanks.
Hello, Frida. It's good to see you.
Hi, Sharik.
It's been 2 weeks since you've started using the Tuner Pro.
Yes.
I would love to hear an update on your experience of the first couple of weeks here.
Well, yeah, so I've done the walking with it, putting it on the leg, walking around with it for like 50 minutes. And then and then the other stuff, nobody, it feels good, you know. It feels like it calms down the brain a bit, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And this putting it on the cheek, you know, that's interesting. You know, you can feel how something happens every time, you know. I can feel, it's interesting how, you know, when I put it on the right side, I can feel how it loosens up on the left side as well. I find it really interesting. No, but it's been good. So last week, I still have the feeling of like a lock on the ears, but I remember that last Saturday, so approximately using this technique for a week, then I woke up on Saturday morning and I'm like, oh, I can't hear the ringing anymore in the ears, which was like, yeah, that was such a relief, because that is really annoying though. But
has that continued to help the tinnitus? Is it doing better still?
Yes, it does. Yeah. You know, I'm quite sure that my posture, you know, kind of, I have a weak neck as well, which I'm also working on at the moment. Of course, that plays a role as well. But yeah, for sure, something good is happening. And just this, I just find it interesting how I can feel kind of that the brain just relaxes a bit, you know, when I'm, you know, when I do the, I don't know. Yeah, the scraping on first on the left side and then the right side and then the left side again, you know. Yeah, and then it's quite interesting to walking around with the Rezzimax on the leg outside, because you get a lot of interesting viewers. They're kind of curious.
What has gone on with that girl?
Yeah, kind of. No, but so it's really interesting.
That video you posted of that was so cute.
Yeah, no, but it's great. It feels good to feel that something good is happening, you know, that I can do something on my own, for my own, to help myself, you know.
Good. Have you also tried it while using your the laser pointer and doing some of the balance activities and some of the, you might try that. You can also do that strapped to the leg. Just, it's additional help to the brain while doing some of your other vestibular retraining activity.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get. No, you know, I'm a tiny bit afraid to do, you know, stuff that I don't really know about, because I don't want to, screw things up, kind of. But yeah, but that's interesting. I haven't thought about that idea actually, to use it while I'm doing the laser stuff. Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's really interesting that, you know, we haven't seen people with our tool, with the Tuner Pro, we have not seen people really mess up other therapies that they're doing. It's kind of like it helps everything that you might.
Yeah, but you know, it's been, I guess, since I've like during this last year, just, you know, during the process, realized that a year ago I was pretty shattered, and then I've been really since the treatment with functional neurology, I also had a lot of setbacks. I guess I'm afraid of the setbacks. So
I look at those setbacks, and if you look at them with your physical therapist brain, you're looking at those setbacks as an opportunity for the nervous system to kick you ahead further again. We need those ups and downs a little bit so that the brain keeps learning.
Yeah, yeah, it's good that you remind me of that, Sharik.
Just taking you back to your schooling.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. No, but yeah, but now when you're saying it to use the Rezzimax while doing the laser stuff, as I remember, you know, during the functional neurology, they did some stuff with like yeah, electrical stimulation. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
And Dr. Brandon Crawford here in the United States, you've probably seen his, I don't know if you've seen any information from him. He's a functional neurologist in Texas.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He posted a post I saw yesterday on Instagram that I thought might be interesting to you. And he was showing the inner ear area, and he had just done a lecture on the fact that inner part of the ear here is completely innervated by the vagus nerve, and that he has seen a really interesting outcome with his patients by turning the Tuner Pro just onto its very lowest setting and putting it just on that area and stimulating that area while humming, while engaging that vagus nerve, another branch even further. But the auricular branch of the vagus nerve can be completely contacted in that area. I think that's a far better approach than doing the piercing in that area.
Yeah.
But you'll have to try that technique.
Yeah.
And hum to that to engage that a little further. You'll have to let me know if that is helpful in your tinnitus and the ringing of the ears as well. And I would start by probably only doing it on the side that you feel is much more upregulated, and see if you can help balance that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Could you experiment with that and let me know how that helps?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've kind of figured out that it's something probably involving the inner ear, but since I haven't really, you know, it's this fine balance of being just a patient and taking care of myself and not digging too deep into the into the science. But yes, for sure, I'll try this technique for sure, Sharik. Thank you.
Sounds great, and it's so good to learn from others. There was also a post this week, and I think you can find it on Dr. Kyle Daigle.
Okay.
Have you seen Dr. Kyle Daigle's information?
Yeah, I think I remember that name. Yeah.
If you'll look it up, he had a post just, I think, 2 or 3 days ago about how he uses the Tuner Pro to work on primitive reflexes with his patients.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I saw that one, I think.
I learned so much from the functional neurologists that that are using it in practice. It's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why I thought, like, are they using it? Then I need to use it as well.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're using it, and I'm really glad to see that you're already experiencing some good benefits after just 2 weeks. That's really fun to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you noticing that you're sleeping any better?
I don't know. You know, there's so much going on when you have this kind of injury. You know, I also realized that I've been like, you know, I do have like a post-traumatic stress as well. For how long, I don't know. But as there's a lot of childhood traumas, you know, also needing to resolve. But yeah, I have been sleeping better the last, I don't know, like, yeah, the sleep is going better. It's a more, I don't know. Yeah, it's more calm, you know.
It's more calm.
I have been, overall, yeah. And it's more like not waking up so much during the night. So And then if it's, I used to say that, you know, when I get the shit out of the system with all the trauma stuff, then it's just so releasing. But as well, you know, yeah, the last few weeks, as I said, you know, I've been using the Rezzimax with these new techniques that you gave me every day. Yeah, it just calms the brain down in a different way than before.
That is excellent. I'm gonna share my screen in just a minute and show you a picture, because I'd like to help you address some of the issues of trauma, if you would like to today.
Okay.
Just a couple more activities, and then we'll let you practice those for a few more weeks.
Yeah.
This is fun for me to interact with you, Frida.
That's good.
Let's see.
I've also, now when I'm anyway talking to you, because I noticed that I have like the muscles on the left side of the upper cervical isn't really as how should I say, sharp.
They're not quite as
alert, maybe, you know, when I need to when I need to activate them, they're not really responding quickly. And I'm like, is that why, you know, because I feel so much on the left side. It's I just, you know, what's going on my left side?
You know, my left side has been weak for many, many, many years, but it was a result of the stroke that I had when I was 17 years of age.
Yeah.
And I have often looked at, you know, I look at my symmetry, and you know, my platysma is different on the left side. It's not quite as pronounced as on the right side. And if I look at my sternocleidomastoid, and if you felt those, you would say, oh my goodness, the right one is just much, much stronger, much more developed than the left one. But again, you know, this was the side that I had some paralysis on, and it's taken quite a bit for it to get back into stabilizing mode, because that's what I need it for. I need it to stabilize my head, right?
Yeah.
But you may find that you need to just work a lot more on that one side to get it to behave better over time.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I realized though. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna share a picture with you. I don't think they'll mind at all. Let's see. Do you see this picture?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if do you know who this is?
Yeah, I've seen them on Instagram as well.
This particular technique that they're doing with the Tuner Pro, is one that they used a lot while going through the therapies and trying to help get his brain to wrap itself around traumas and hard things that he'd gone through as well. And all of those things that we've been through in the past, in our childhood, etc. After a brain injury, those things tend to really become strong and in the forefront again. And it's like it stops your progression. It's like hard things or traumas that we've been through make it so that it's very difficult for your nervous system to get back into healing mode again. And so one of the techniques that they found extremely helpful was just to take the Tuner Pro, surround the heart region. And while working on processing, and you can do this with EMDR or the eye movement desensitization therapy, you can do it while you know, turning the head side to side. You can do it in a lot of different ways. But this running these frequencies through there and trying to engage those vocal cords while thinking about things that you've been through, while creating in your mind you know, a picture of gratitude for where you're going and where you are, and the strength that you've gained by coming through hard things. Teaching your brain to not stay focused on trauma, but to actually look at what are the next stages or next steps that I need to go through in progression.
Yeah.
It's fun how using the tuner can help your brain to receive these additional inputs and help cement in what you focus your brain on and what you desire to create and what you desire to do with the knowledge that you've gained through your experiences.
Yeah.
That growth is really probably the purpose for us going through hard things. And it's really difficult, especially as a child. We don't understand why we go through painful things. But learning that we can survive is probably one of the best things that we learn by going through difficult and challenging events.
Yeah, probably.
But I hope that you'll try that technique a little bit.
Yeah, I will. Is it a special, which frequency can you recommend some frequency or?
I like to use the algorithms for this. And I would just have you pick probably the first algorithm, the blue one, because it's very slow and very calm, very gentle. And it just, as it's producing those wave patterns in your nervous system, work through and try and help your brain to not stay focused on the traumas, but to look at the bigger picture of what you can do because of the hard things that you've gone through in life.
Yeah, instead of getting overwhelmed about it. Yeah.
Yes.
But
you're right.
What do you think then? So then I can try while I'm meditating, maybe, to use it. Interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Many people who meditate or do yoga that use the Tuner Pro, they tell me that it gets their mind into a wonderful creative state much faster than they're normally able to do. It helps them learn to quiet their mind.
Yeah.
And a quiet mind helps you heal.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. But did you say that, so I could use it as well during getting an EMDR therapy treatment?
You sure can.
Mm.
Yes. We have therapists that are trained in that process that find this extremely valuable.
Yeah. Interesting, Sharik. Very interesting.
Yes. It's so fun that we get to have these conversations and learn a little bit more about ways to be able to help everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So some of the things that we're talking about today, I think, can help others learn how to progress using the tuner and some of the other therapies that you have available to you. By combining things, the brain has an even better workout. By combining tools and techniques and keeping the brain calm while it goes through that, helps it to heal and create much better new connections, helps the neuroplasticity to accomplish in a much better fashion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that's interesting, for sure.
So tell me, are there any other things that you would like some assistance on this week?
No, not at the moment. There was something a few days ago that I forgot about that. And then I emailed you about a different technique, asking you.
Oh yes, about the platysma. Some of those techniques
exactly.
for that.
The funny thing is, because I've been, a bit annoyed when I've seen, because actually, after the treatment in functional neurology, everything was just smooth and fine, but then some stuff, happened and stuff come back or whatever. And then I saw these muscles, and I didn't really know what are they. And then I saw this post on Instagram, and then I was like, oh, interesting. And that's why, you know, this Rezzimax Tuner Pro, it's an interesting little tool you have done, Sharik. It's like, what can I use it to more? You know?
No, I'll give you an example of something that I learned just a few months ago. And that was, I was trying to figure out how to myself, for my own personal needs. You know, I like to exercise every day. That's very important to keep my nervous system functioning well. And one day I was doing push-ups, and I said, you know, I can only get to this many. It seems like my brain says you cannot go any past 50 push-ups in a row, or, you know, I'm going to fall apart and the world will fall apart. I don't know what it's thinking, but it said you can only go to 50. And that was my magic number.
Okay.
Well, one day I strapped that Tuner Pro onto my weaker side, my left side, and I started doing my push-ups. And before I knew it, I was at 70. And all of a sudden I realized, wait, I blew past my previous maximum level. How did that happen? And I've experimented and played with that a little bit more, and I've realized that, you know, these limits that we have, you have the ability to change those limits very easily. But this little device that we created sure makes it easier for your brain to find new standards and new levels of achievement, and to feel at peace through it.
Yeah.
It's not like I need to go and do 70 push-ups, you know, at a time every day. But my brain says, well, yes, you can, if you really, you know, wanted to do that for your exercise today.
Yeah.
But if you'll use the tool to help you in things like that, where you find, oh, I've got a limitation there. How can I use the tuner to help me get my brain functioning better? Well, you might find that, you know, spending a little bit more time scraping on the left side to get those muscles to activate a little bit better might be a tremendous help for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. When I'm doing these exercises with the laser, is it like, can I put the Rezzimax on the leg, or does it matter where I put it?
Doesn't matter where you put it. You can put it on an arm. I mean, if you're holding the laser and the laser pointer, if you're holding it and doing your motions to try and engage that side of the brain, you might strap it to the opposite side and have it run a balancing messaging, and it could be on the arm, it could be on the leg, it could be just, you know, tucked in your belt at your back or something. So it's just giving more and more feedback while you're doing other functional activities. I think you'll find that very helpful. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, I will play around a bit with it. Stop being afraid.
Fear stops our progress, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That's interesting. Just talking about this trauma as well, you know, when, as you said, a calm brain heals better, easier, because this process is also, you know, up and down, and in the state where I've been more calm, you for sure, you know, the brain just feels better, and then you have this intense, I don't know, overwhelmed feelings or whatever you want to call it, and then it's just like exhausting. And
it is hard. Frida, I'm going to send you a video of some individuals using our tuner and the processes for actually turning off the trauma chemicals from experiences that you've had. And I'll also send you a paper that I wrote up about how to use resonant frequencies to help you change the chemistry of those experiences. You don't forget any experiences, but you can downregulate or turn off the flames associated with those memories. And I'll send that to you. I don't know if you know, but I have a master's degree in counseling. And that, combined with my physical therapy, has helped me to understand that part of the nervous system that is very much engaged in memories of things that we've gone through. And maybe it'll be of help to you to read through that and watch the video that we created on that.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to sign off a little bit early today because my son graduates from law school, and we're going to hop on and watch his convocation here.
Yeah, of course you should.
That's the right word. But anyway, he's going to graduate, commencement,
yeah,
whatever it is.
Perfect.
But thank you for visiting with me. I'd love to know, can we do this again in a couple of weeks? And maybe it'll be of help to you and others as well.
Yeah, for sure we will. Yeah, I'll try these techniques out, and then you, go take care of your son.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a great